Assalamu alaikum. I am Jawad Ahmed. Today we are present in our next economics class with the fourth learning objective, that is Law of Equi-Marginal Utility. In previous classes, we have studied different concepts relating to utility. First one was different kind of utilities, that is marginal utility, what is total utility, and what is law of diminishing marginal utility. And the fourth one that we have already studied is different approaches to measure utility. First approach is Cardinal approach, and the second one is Ordinal approach. So law of diminishing marginal utility is the first study that we have studied from Ordinal approach, and the second study that we are going to make today is law of equi-marginal utility that also relates with Ordinal approach, that says that we can measure utility in terms of numeric values. For all previous classes, I am giving their links in the description, so you can click and start learning them from there. Let's start our today's class. If you have not subscribed my channel yet, kindly subscribe my channel so you can continue to get all my videos on a timely basis. Let's start this topic. There are different names of law of equi-marginal utility. Students should know each name so you have a complete grip on this topic and you can answer all queries of the examiner whether in which name it has been asked. First name that is already studied here is law of equi-marginal utility. Second name is law of maximum satisfaction. Third name is law of substitution. Fourth name that examiner can also use in exams is principle of proportional or proportionality between price and marginal utility. And the fifth name that can also be used is Gossen Second Law. And the last name that can also be used here is Law of Indifference. So these are the 6 different names that can be used in exams by the examiner. You must know all these names so you can tackle with the examiner requirement. Sometimes the examiner can try to confuse your existing knowledge by giving or by using different name of already learned topics. Let's start this topic. What is its definition? This law states that the consumer expends all limited income in order to reach such satisfaction level where your marginal utility of each product becomes equal. It means that you become unequal to decide any product. For example, if there are two products in the market, that is product A and B, if both gives same level of satisfaction, so you can decide any one of them for consumption purpose. This law says the same. A consumer gets maximum utility when he expend all his income. You know that consumer always want to expend his limited income. So he will utilize his limited income on multiple commodities. Commodities means products. In such a way or in such a manner that marginal utility of last rupee expend on each product is equal. Means both products, product A and product B, give same level of satisfaction to the customer, then we will try to consume both products in a combination form. So its utility can be maximized irrespective of the fact of using only one product in place of another. We can also use a formula that can explain this betterly, or a equation. Marginal utility of product A divided by its price is equal to the marginal utility of product B divided by B. Means the satisfaction that product A is giving, product B is also giving the same utility, having consumption of same limited income level. So this concept relates with the combination of two or more products in order to maximize consumer need. The main objective of economics is to satisfy unlimited wants of consumer through utilization of minimum resources. The resource that we are studying here is the income or the money that you want to expend on different products. In order to study any law, there are always some assumptions under which the law is practically possible. First one is here is ordinal measurement of utility is possible. Means that a utility can be measured in form of numeric values. Second assumption is that income of consumer is fixed, means there must be no change in the income of the consumer. Third is consumer has many wants. Wants and goods can be substituted and are divisible. Consumer is rational. means he want to maximize his satisfaction through utilization of all his money. Means if he has 5 rupees or $5, he will try to expend all these 5 rupees or $5 on different products in order to maximize his satisfaction level. Consumer has perfect knowledge of the utilities derived from different goods, means he know the market where to purchase his product or where to save his money. And the last one assumption is law of diminishing marginal utility is also operational, that the satisfaction level or the utility that is being obtained from different products is going to decrease with subsequent consumption. Marginal utility decrease with increase in consumption. Let's study this law with the help of a simple example. Let's say consumer has 5 rupees that he wants to expand on two products. Let's say their names are, first is apples and other is bananas. So we have to expand all these 5 rupees to two products, apples and bananas, in such a way that they give us maximum satisfaction level. So let's say make a table. Money units are rupees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and margin utility of apple is 4, 3, 2, 1, and ultimately is 0. And margin utility of banana is, let's say, 3, 2, 1, 0, and minus 1. Let's make their total here. The total of margin utility of apple is 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0 is 10. Whereas the total of marginal utility of bananas is 5. How we get this? By making a sum of 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0 plus minus 1. Okay, let's try to expend this money on apples and bananas in such a way that the total utility that we are going to obtain is maximum, irrespective of the utility that we're going to obtain. If we consume only apples, that the total utility is 10, and if we ignore apples and purchase only bananas, the utility is 5. But we are going to have their combination in such a form that we get a maximum answer of our available resources. Let's say the consumer always select that unit whose marginal utility is greater than the other one. So keep in mind this concept. Let's make a combination. At point 1 level, or we're going to expand our first rupee. Apple gave us 4 units or 4 level utility, whereas bananas give 3 utility. So consumer will select these 4 units of apple by consuming 1 rupee. Secondly, we will study which gives more utility. Apples gives utility of rupees 3 as well as bananas give same level of satisfaction. When the level of satisfaction is same, then he thinks that he have already consumed 1 rupee on apples in order to have marginal utility of apples 4. Then he will try to consume this next rupee to such product that is not purchased yet. So he will consume bananas here. Then on the next level, apples give 3 level of marginal utility or satisfaction level and bananas gives 2. So the consumer will select the maximum one, that is 3. At the next level, apples give 2 level of marginal utility or satisfaction, whereas bananas also give the same level of satisfaction. So consumer has already expended 2 rupees on apples, then he will now try to consume next unit on bananas. So he will purchase next unit on bananas in order to get a satisfaction level of 2. At the next level, he will see apples give 2 level of satisfaction, whereas bananas give level 1. So he will consider apples in place of bananas. So how much we have expanded here? First rupee on apples by taking utility of 4. Second rupee on bananas, that gives 3 level of satisfaction. Other rupees expended on apples, that give 3 level of satisfaction. Next rupees expended on bananas, that give 2 level of satisfaction. So how much we have already expended? 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 3 rupee, 4 rupee. 1 rupee is remaining, that is expended on apples, that give 2 level of satisfaction. So the total utility that we have obtained here is 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus 2 12, 12 plus 2 gives a sum of 14 rupees. So in all we have received a total utility of 14 rupees by expending 5 rupees on apples and bananas through their different combination. So it is the maximum level of satisfaction that can be obtained through consumption of 5 rupees. We can also understand with the help of a diagram in which money units are taken on x-axis while marginal utility of apple is taken on y-axis. Similarly, bananas utility also taken on y-axis. By plotting different points, we get these type of graph levels. At point 2, the consumer is at equilibrium point as he has got maximum satisfaction through consumption of different products. So point 2 is the satisfaction level. Let's study their limitations or the conditions where this law is not applicable. Usually, these all are the assumptions that we have considered as constant. If any one of them changes, this law study cannot be possible. First one, indivisibility of goods means consumer cannot differentiate the goods or cannot divide the goods or cannot allocate his money in different products. Sometimes goods cannot be subdivided. For example, cars cannot be divided into smaller parts like juices. Therefore, optimum point of utility cannot be achieved. Consumer ignorance. Consumer do not know about the market or the goods or their satisfaction level or their utilities level. Consumer do not make conscious decision. Means consumer is not making conscious decision or making decision without thinking. Custom and fashions. Sometimes we purchase some things without considering their utilities or their satisfaction level they have been purchased as they are our custom or they are our fashion articles. So this was our today's class in which we have studied the definition of law of equi-marginal utility, its different names, equation, assumptions, table, diagrams, and limitations of this law. Let's meet in the next class with the practical significance of law of equi-marginal utility, why we have been taught this topic, why we need to study this topic, where this topic can be used in our practical life. Let's meet in the next class with the practical significance of this topic. Thank you for your time.